Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. Okay, so here is the dealio. I do a Q&A probably about once a month, and just to like recap for you guys, answer all of your questions that you had throughout the month or questions that I have never answered. So today we are doing that, but I didn't want to like sit down and do absolutely nothing and be boring, so I'm gonna be making my world famous breakup cookies. No, I'm not going through a breakup, nor do I know anybody going through a breakup, because that's kind of like the tradition. Every time either I go through a breakup or someone else goes through a breakup, I make them these cookies. I just am feeling like I want some freaking cookies today, and so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make cookies. I will put the like recipe or whatever in the description and like all the instructions and stuff, so you guys can make them if you want to. They're definitely like a family favorite in my family, so I could eat them all myself, or I could deliver some to my family. I'll probably do the other one, but I'm probably gonna eat the majority of them myself. Anyways, I'm gonna get out the ingredients and then we'll start with the questions. Okay, I have all my ingredients. I'm gonna do like the dry, whatever, like you guys, okay, basically this isn't a tutorial on how to make these cookies, but it's just so I can do something so I'm not like bored and you kind of have something to not watch, but maybe get the ingredients and make the cookies right now. Make the cookies with me while we answer these questions. Anyways, we are starting off very strong. So this person asks, do you get hate for being a teen mom, and if so, how do you deal with it? So I am 19 and hello? Oh, hey! That's Eli, my lovely boyfriend, bringing me. Hi. He brought me Starbucks. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay.
Hi.
Bye.
You said bye. Bye.
All right. He's gonna go play video games upstairs. So back to the question. Yes, I do get quite a bit. I used to get more. When I first announced my pregnancy, I was 18, so I can see why people were like, oh my goodness, blah blah blah, you know, whatever. So I really can understand, and it was kind of out of the blue. Like I wasn't.
Taste this.
Oh.
Taste the strawberry.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
Okay, anyway, sorry. It was kind of out of the blue and people weren't expecting it, which I really understand. And a lot of you guys were supportive, and then there was people who like were really, really mean to me and called me very mean names. But it's kind of died down now that I am 19. I feel like I should have prefaced my pregnancy video talking about how, I mean, I really don't owe anybody an explanation, but like I am an adult. Like I might be like 19, or I was 18. Like the teen part is what people get stuck on. But you know, like I'm out on my own. I pay all my own bills. You know, like I am, like I'm financially capable of taking care of myself and a child. So like I felt like it wasn't like like crazy, but a lot of people did. The hate kind of has died down now that like I've definitely matured in the past year. So I feel like people have kind of seen that and been like, oh, okay, so she's not like this crazy 12-year-old girl that we used to watch on Crazy Middles. Like she's an adult now. Like she's capable of, you know, doing adult things and being an adult. I feel like a lot of people recognize that now, and so it's not as bad, but it was really bad. I can't remember how much flour to put, and I put 3 cups, and I feel like that might be a lot. No, it's 3 cups. Did I do 3 cups? That looks like a lot of freaking flour. Or is this like a small bowl? You know, we're gonna go with it and it's gonna be fine. The next question is, are you nervous about the baby coming? No, I'm not really nervous about being a mom. I actually feel pretty prepared to be a mom. Okay, Eli's joining us. But I am, so I'm not worried about like being a mom and like having the baby here, but I am worried about giving birth. Like that to me sounds absolutely terrifying. and I haven't quite mentally wrapped, like my brain hasn't quite like been like, oh, you actually have to push something out of your lady parts. And that to me is really terrifying. But you know, let me just like think about it for the next like month, and then I think I'll be fine, like, you know, whatever. But that's like what I'm most worried about, actually. It's not like having a baby like with me or like being a mom. It's just like the pushing this thing out. Do you still plan on moving out of Arizona? Do you want to help me answer this one? He's filling up his water bottle. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. We want to live everywhere, and I know I'm gonna get comments now saying, oh, well, like, you have a child now, and so you like whatever. I don't really think it's important for kids to stay in one place until
high school.
So yeah, so because you know, you can make, I'm not friends with anybody I was friends with in like elementary school or middle school, and well, yeah, you are, but you know what I mean. But I also moved like a lot more, maybe not, I don't know. I moved a lot when I was a kid, and I don't feel like that affected me at all. So I don't see it as a big deal, but I know that some people will. We don't. We'll stay in Arizona for a few more years just so that our families can be around our baby, like, while she's little. Yeah. And like, you know, so she'll feel like she like grew up with people. But then after a few years, we're gonna dip. Yeah. Just because we want to explore and figure out where we kind of belong. We don't really feel like we belong in Arizona.
Been here forever. Yeah,
we both have lived here our whole lives, so we're kind of over it. Over it. What do you miss most about St. John's?
The weather.
Yeah, just the weather. I don't really I don't have any friends there anymore. Like, all the people I was kind of close with moved to the valley, and even so, we like still don't like hang out. So I don't like have any friends that like I have like an emotional attachment to or anything like that. But I miss the weather. A few days ago, I got like a Snapchat notification. You know, they do like 1 year ago today's or whatever. And like 1 year ago today, the other day. Oh, you gonna go play? Yeah. Okay, yeah. 1 year, I love you. 1 year ago today, the other day, it was like snowing in St. John's, and I had like a picture of it or whatever on my Snapchat. And so I was like, ugh, and it was like 80 degrees here, like where I live, and it's like hot and sweaty, and I'm like, ugh, I just want to be in the snow. I miss the snow. My butter isn't completely softened, which is like a pretty like key component to these cookies, but like I said, the oven's preheated. We are just working with what we got. It's okay. I like cleaned my kitchen for this video, and I'm making it dirty again. That's like literally adulthood in a nutshell, like cleaning stuff and then having to like make it dirty all over again. Do you think you'll have the baby before the due date or on your due date or after? I don't think it matters like whether you were born on your due date or not. I know that I was born on my due date. I think Eli was born early, but I don't think that matters. I think your baby just comes when it wants to. I know that I don't want to be induced, so I want things to like happen naturally, like with contractions and like, you know, my water breaking and stuff. If I don't have to be induced, then I don't want to be. I kind of have a feeling that she is going to come early, and everybody I've kind of talked to has a feeling that she's going to. We don't really have any like she isn't like dropped yet, like, you know. We don't have like any inkling to like, we don't have any proof, you know, of her coming early. But everybody I've talked to kind of feels that way, so I kind of want her to cook for a lot longer. I'm only like 30, almost 34 weeks, so obviously like not now, but like I could see her coming at like 39. I feel like that would be fine. But yeah, everybody I've talked to kind of feels like she's gonna come early. Okay, any marriage plans? This was asked a lot. Like, a lot of people brought up like getting married and stuff. So if you don't know, Eli actually asked for permission from my parents to marry me before we knew that I was pregnant. I also did not say that in my pregnancy video, like announcing that I was pregnant, so people were like freaking out that I wasn't going to be married before the baby came, and I really don't think it matters. Personally, we could just feel like whatever about it, like we don't really care. Plus we think it would be really cool to have our daughter in the wedding, you know what I'm saying? So we're not in any rush to get married at all. We're kind of just like living our lives, and that's that. Also, and you might ask, well, why hasn't Eli proposed yet? He's not allowed to. I told him he's not allowed to. I don't want to be... I don't want to feel like pregnant in like our proposal. It's a very selfish reason. I don't want to feel like bloated and like pregnant and like, you know what I'm saying, just like big in our like proposal pictures and videos and stuff. Like I just personally don't want that. And like I said, we're not in any rush. We do have like plans next year to get married. Like we've already kind of started planning it. There's just no ring, and yeah, but hopefully I answered that well enough. I feel like I'm not really paying attention to what I'm saying, and so then I'm gonna like start editing this video and people are gonna and then I'm gonna be like, oh, people are gonna like misinterpret that, and then I'm gonna get like hate or something. But I'm just telling y'all like it is, I think. How many times have people asked you the baby name? So many times. It's in all of my comments. Actually, somebody asked me on Instagram what the baby's name was, like when I was asking questions for this Q&A, and I, as a joke, answered it in my story, and I said Burt's Bees, and I put a picture of picture of Burt's Bees chapstick next to it, and so many people thought I was serious. They think I'm naming the baby Burt's, or like Bert or Bertie, you know, or B, and that's like, I would not, if I was naming her B or whatever, or I would not give you guys like that much of a hint. I'm really not, like we're really not announcing the name until she's here, and we feel very strongly about that. So if I am ever in a YouTube video announcing her name early or whatever, like that's the caption of, or like that's like the title of the video, that's clickbait, because we're really not announcing her name until probably after she's born, just because that's what we want to do and that's what we've had our mindset on. I love this question. Are you learning Spanish, and are you going to teach your kids since Eli is Hispanic? Yes. I'm not really in the process of learning. I need to bad, because we just went to Tucson and nobody there in Eli's family speaks English, so I kind of just was like sitting there and like smiling and nodding, and because I didn't really understand what was going on or what anybody was talking about. But yes, we will be teaching our kids Spanish. I don't know when in their life it's a good time to teach them. I don't know if like them growing up in like both a Spanish and English speaking household will be good for them, because I feel like when they go to school they'll be confused. I don't know. I need to do more research on when it's like the best time to teach them. But Eli's mom primarily speaks Spanish, and so I would, you know, I think it's important to her and it's important to Eli, and so it's important to me for them to, you know at least a little. They are done. Look how beautiful. Obviously I have like a lot more batter. Hold on, look, this is how much, I'm like all scratched down. This is how much batter I have left, so I'm gonna keep making these. But that is all the questions that I have for today. Literally, seriously guys, try this cookie recipe. It is so good. Not to like toot my own horn or anything, but it's freaking delicious. They are so good and my family loves them, and so yours probably will too. Or you could just eat them all yourself, which I've definitely done. That's why they're called breakup cookies. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you have any more questions for next month's Q&A, let me know in the comments down below, and make sure you're following me on Instagram, so when I do ask there for questions, you can ask your questions, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Bye.